In this video, we'll start setting up the camera and the UI for our game. So I'll start by setting up a new camera, which is going to call UI camera. This camera is going to be an overlay or orthographic. I'm just going to change its position so it's far away from our scene, and because we'll add some elements to it. And its culling mask is only the UI. And on our main camera, we're going on the camera stack, add our UI camera. Next, I will create I'll create a canvas, a screen space canvas. And on this canvas, I'm going to add a UI text mesh pro. Need to import text mesh pro to my project. Okay, and there's the text showing up on my UI camera only. And on this text I'm going to use, so you have a fonts folder in the project, and I need to prepare this font to be used by Text Mesh Pro. Let's do it right now. I'm going to Window, Text Mesh Pro, Font Asset Creator, and my source font file is here. I'm going to create Generate Font Atlas, and I'm going to save in my fonts folder. I now have the font asset for Text Mesh Pro. There you go. Let's see if that is working properly. Yep, that is looking good. Let's set the color to a greenish hue. And oh, I forgot to set my canvas to scale screen size. Then I'm going to move my text to the bottom right. Reduce the size a little bit, it's a bit too high, I think. Yeah, that looks good. Anchor it to the bottom right. And so this one is my current lap time. I'm going to duplicate it, and this is Business fastest lap time right on top of it. Perfect. Okay, now we are going to create the gauges for my car, and this is where our orthographic camera gets into action. And I'll start by going to my browser, and I'm going to search for clock. Let's see which one we're going to use here. And I'm going to use this clock here. With a slight change in the project, you will find a materials folder containing a clock material, which is the exact same face as this clock. I just removed, if I go back to the browser, I just removed the numbers from the clock face, but other than that, it's the exact same material. So I have my clock here, and I'm going to set its layer to UI, change the children, so it's going to show on my UI camera. Let's position it 0, 0, 0 and rotate it 180 degrees. I'm going to place it in front of the camera, but oh, I'm going to press it in front of the camera, but we need to increase its size, I believe. There it is. And let's increase its size, something like this. Oh, it's a little bit behind. I don't know. I think this is big enough. I'm going to so first of all, apply the clock material to it, so the numbers disappear. and I'm going to position it on the top, on the bottom left side of my screen, like this. So this is my RPM, maybe a little bit bigger, and there. And I'm going to delete, going to leave only the minute and delete the other two. Okay, so that's my RPM, and let's call it RPM gauge. I'm going to duplicate it, position it next. This one's going to be maybe a bit smaller, and this one is my speed gauge, or maybe the other way around, I don't know. Speed. Okay, and because this camera is orthographic, if I change the size of the camera, it doesn't affect the models. Now I'm going to add some text to these gauges. First, I'm going to add a gear number. So where's my canvas? So I'm going to add a UI text there. This is going to read by default 0. I'm going to use my font, and this one is going to be black because it's going to be on the white background of my gauge. I'm going to position, let's center it up. Okay, reduce the size. I think that's good enough. And let's position it like here. Okay. Then, so this is my gear number. Let's duplicate it, and there's going to be my RPM. And my RPM is going to read 99999. Just move it under a little bit, like here. And I'm going to duplicate it again for my speed, and my speed is going to read 999. And I'm using this, 999, these numbers, so just I can have an idea of the maximum amount of space that this is going to take on my screen. So, okay, this is looking good. If I change the size. Awesome. So the UI is set up, and now in the next video we will start working on the UI logic itself.